Okay, today is June 28, 2014. Hope everybody is enjoying the weekend. Let's take a quick look at the market here in this video. The first is taking a look at the S&P 500. On this intraday chart I posted earlier, earlier the week, and we're basically looking at, the possibility of coming down and, test this 1945 support and the resistance up here, essentially the previous high the previous all-time high, which is somewhere around this 1969 here. I bring this down here, so right now essentially we're looking at it continue to move higher, and possibly next week it might even come back up and test this new this all-time high, and possibly put in a new all-time high. So if we look at the on the daily chart here, you can see that if we want to put a little bit of a major move and just take a symmetrical symmetry or sort of thing, to look at this particular symmetry, right? And we could project this to be somewhere around, let me bring this down here, somewhere around the 1986, right? Or so it's close to 1985. And let me zoom this out here. And if we also take this and use a Fibonacci retracement and just do a little bit of a fib here, then you can see that on the 141 extension, it gives us this 1985. So essentially we're probably looking at anywhere between 1980 1985 for the next possible resistance on the S&P 500. And looking at the Dow Jones Industrial, and let me get the data loaded here. So let's go back and look at the intraday first. Also, this chart was posted earlier in the week, and we're essentially looking at it to come back down, maybe on this support. If we pull back to somewhere around the 16,700 level, and essentially the resistance will be the previous all-time high, somewhere around 16,978. So right now it's still trending up there. It's kind of holding between this zone here, but if it dip down, then the next support that we're looking at is maybe about the 16,340 area. But right now it appears the market is still want to trend higher. Now there's going to be a lot of people who's probably calling this thing a little bit of a double top and all this kind of stuff. Well, a market is not top yet, so you might want to trade this as a short-term, pricing pattern. But when you talk about market, you don't just talk about price pattern. You're also talking about some of the market technical to see is the market have top out or form a top. So although this could be a double top on a short term, and it might pull back, and then with a major move maybe somewhere down here. Because if we do assuming this is a double top, and we want to do a major move down, so it could bring it down to maybe on this 16,430 area, 425 area. Okay, but right now we're basically looking for the possibility of this thing, this market actually break through this resistance and go and make a new all-time high. So, and if it come down and test this level somewhere around this 16,700, then we watch for opportunity for a setup to retrace back up on the long side. Okay, and then we'll look at the Nasdaq 100, and again let's start off with the intraday chart. And the Nasdaq 100, we're talking about coming down and possibly take out this high here, which is the 3836, 3837. And on Friday, yesterday, actually during the last hour was trading, so actually went right through it. So it put in another new multi-year high on the Nasdaq 100. But again, if it were to come down and pull back, then we expect it to maybe come down and test this 3790. And if we look at the intraday chart here, you can see that the intraday chart is, ever since it broke this 3738 level, 3739, it just continued to, zigzag higher here. So we just have to follow the trend, and, don't try to, go against the trend right now, because the market is still very resilient, and still, although a lot of people are talking about low volume and all this kind of stuff, again, you don't make money by volume. Okay, they don't pay you by volume how many shares, they pay you by the dollars. Okay, so we look at the price in that sense. Is somebody willing to pay you higher price, even at a lower volume basis? Doesn't matter as long as the price pay. Okay, so again, so we continue to see this. The tech is leading this, leading the market as well as the small cap. You can see the Russell 2000 is coming back up. Found this little resistance here. At this 1194, and then pull back right now. It seems like look at this Friday move. A big solid up candle here, and it's still got a lot of strength here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Russell to actually going to come back and put in a new all-time high. Okay, so again, we're basically looking at if it's pulled back somewhere around this 1168, 1169 level, and worst case it's coming back down to this 54 somewhere. Okay. But we're basically looking for it to come back up when we test this 1194. And like I said, once it get up to that 1200, be prepared to watch the Russell to come and to go and try to take out its previous all-time high, because that's going to be in play. So that's basically the market. Later on in the weekend, I'll put up a couple more video, and we'll talk about some of the momentum stock, which I haven't talked about too recently. But then we're going to look at some other stock that kind of show some sign of movement for next week, and that might give you some new ideas. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of your weekend.